Speaking of green power, I don't know how many of you have been in Lake Park and you've seen the benches where they have the little brass plaques that have nature sayings on them. I mean, they're great. And lately, one of my favorites is keep a green tree in your heart. And perhaps a singing bird will come. I thought, perhaps a singing bird will come. Now, usually short sayings are direct, aren't they? Like, despair is not an option, or denial isn't a river in Egypt. But this is perhaps a singing bird will come. And it was so good to hear him talk about the fact that it's going to be a good tipping point, because I've been having a little dip over which tipping point we're tipping. And so the perhaps, that's a little ambivalent, isn't it? I mean, it's not like totally reassuring that the singing bird is going to come. And so it did match the reality check that I've felt recently upon learning that we are living in what eco-scientist experts are calling the sixth extinction. And I quote, "The gigantic uncontrolled experiment undertaken by humanity upon the earth has caused an extinction spasm." Now, an extinction spasm is a huge spike in the velocity of extinction, how speedily things are checked out. So the source of the 5 earlier spasms is unknown, but the cause of our very own 6th spasm is clear. It is us. It is us. Our impact on nature has species crashing at a rate like never before. So instead of a singing bird, I'm thinking, what we might expect is the strange sound of so many birds flying into extinction. Or those bats, the fatal collapse of those plague-ridden little bats whose hibernation habitats we've infected with our contact. These bats awaken too early. They waste away. They lose their grip. They fall body upon body to pile up on the floor of their caves of horror. Or weak, they fly out into their final evening and crash. So I guess I have the kind of blues that you were speaking of, where you're trying to like redefine your identity according to catastrophe. And so in this 6th extinction malaise, I picked up a communication from our underground companions, our best known hermaphrodites, the earthworms, having a certain identity crisis also. And they feel that they've been under the radar and they would like to be heard. And so I bring to you tonight, up from the underground, the earthworm's lament. Dear humans, family, kin, we think it's timely to check in, given that it's Earth Day and we lowly beings are honored to carry the Earth's name. Could we have just a moment? Truly, we know the losses of our fellow creatures and all the poems heading for extinction with them. Lowly as we are, we humble earthworms wish to call your attention also to ourselves. And the impact on us, we implore you to know. As protectors of the underground, we sift and burrow through the loam. Our soft bodies aerate the soil. We know our purpose, to keep the skin of earth alive. We roll, undulate, flex, dive, make way for the air to penetrate below, nuzzling channels where rainwaters flow. But here's the rub, the hurt. Good dirt? Our bodies, always moist, permeable, are taking in copper, mercury, and various toxic complexities. Some of us have gone extinct. Habitat loss, pollution, pesticides, burning wetlands, fatal waste, Midwest earthquakes caused by fracking rock our world. Our tunnels crushed, avalanches of soil kill us and mutilate. How long can we sustain our spirit, our signature gift to regenerate? Yes, we are the wormy version of your canary in the mine. Flesh like your flesh. Without trees and their blessed oxygen, you can only live 3 minutes. Without us, the entire earth will lose her living skin and become a bald, molten stone, spinning through the universe, a failed planet. And cousin, there's more. With your careless composting near woods, your ignorance when you fish, you've turned us into an invasive species, giving us a bad name. We're just your low-life trash. You treat us thoughtlessly, then load with the blame. Toss your unused worms into forests nearby we're displaced. We eat the undergrowth so roots of trees emerge exposed, and more forest goes. When you dump us in the waterways, rivers, the lakes, do you think we drown? No, we procreate. Not our fault. After all our martyrdom for you, the hooks through our flesh. True, the water's fine. Got all these hard drugs plus Xanax, poisons, hormones, Prozac. Imagine a zoned out hermaphrodite with mutated egg from excess estrogen laced with arsenic and crack. You can see we're coping with a bit of an edge, some irony. But with all this, we have remained pacifists, disciplined, generous, tunneling with loving kindness. After all, each of us has 5 pairs of hearts. But we come to warn you we have further distressing news. A few of our community who have tested positive for high testosterone, plus the 500 fracking chemicals in vogue, have become unhinged and are going rogue. You should see their dirty moves. Curls, curves, circles, purposely hacking our well-planned trails to the earth. Hear how they rant against aeration. We feel the soil should oxygenate on its own, without assistance from the Earthworm social network. These rogues, in fact, are against the essence of earthworm nature. For all of us are hermaphrodites, a versatile male and female blend. These wayward worms, incensed by nature's blasphemous design, are ramming through amendments to reverse this sinful double gender. As pink worms, actually light pink, they claim that all 3,000 species of earthworm should be just their one color. And born in America for sure. Branding any divergent hue a foreigner to be wiped out by their posse, worm riders for the pure. In a word, they are against global worming. Rogue worms have no shame. They are on the move. They are armed. They will stand their ground. They do not love the earth. We don't know where this outlaw worm movement could go. Now we must return below, but be warned. Beware of rogue rage. Listen, right now, you hear their cry. Mother Nature must die. Judgment Day. She is overreaching her powers. She is a virulent, pagan soilist. We will fight her until nothing alive exists and cast her into hell to consummate our worm riders for the pures, end day, scorched earth, apocalypse, rapture, Wormageddon. Rogue waves.